Welcome to Nimasa This Week, a program that gives you an insight into the activities and workings of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. My name is Eugenia Abu. I shall be your guide. We thank you for joining us.
Any vessel operating coastal voyage in Nigeria must mandatorily have on board the following: vessel logbook, vessel port of call, vessel particulars, which include registry certificates, safety equipment certificates such as safe manning certificates, builder's certificates, load line certificates, tonnage certificates, radio certificate, insurance certificates, classification certificates, passenger ship safety certificate, service certificate, cargo ship certificates, and waiver certificates or receipts. Vessel owners, captains, shipping agents, and members of the public are advised to note and comply.
Our world-class Maritime Experience Center is now live, announcing Maritime Stakeholders Experience Contact Center, MSECC, where you'll get simple, fast, and tailored solutions to all your maritime challenges on maritime safety, maritime labor, marine pollution, search and rescue, cabotage issues, ship registration, training and certification, and any other maritime-related issues. Contact us via the polling channels 23401 630 9590. Email us at contactcenter@nimasa.gov.ng, info@nimasa.gov.ng. Chat with us www.nimasa.gov.ng and on Facebook at Nimasa Official. Let's resolve all your maritime related issues.
This week, we shall bring you up to speed with the activities and the various things that occurred at Nimasa during the week, especially with the Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamu. You will also get to see some quotes, and also you will hear maritime facts, our usual lineup, of course. This week and the week before has been extremely busy for Dr. Jamu, but a man who is very eager for collaboration with various agencies and institutions that will bring value to the Nigerian Maritime Agency, Dr. Jamu met with the Danish Consular General on how Nigeria's water areas can be secured and on safety and security. That meeting was very successful. In addition, Dr. Jamu met with Mr. Issa Aremu. Mr. Issa Aremu, who is finding ways to collaborate with Nimasa, and Nimasa finding ways to collaborate with Dr. Issa Aremu, is a man who has been very much in the labor movement for many years. Mr. Issa Aremu is the Director General of the Michael Imodu Institute of Labor Studies, and he had a really good meeting with Dr. Jamu. Take a listen.
I come to realize that there are lots for us to do and to learn from the Denmark experience, because they use it also to go for research and development.
We used to work across sectors, and this area also is for us, integrating things and seeing it from a holistic perspective is very natural. So that's why we are really excited to see how can we then collaborate with the new ministry, and what does that mean to the other stakeholders and all the solutions already out there to work, and what can we do together.
It was a very busy week for the DG Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamu, who played host to a delegation from the Michael Imodu National Institute of Labor Studies, who were in Lagos on a courtesy visit seeking partnership with the agency.
We want to register our appreciation that within these 40 years we've had a good relationship. It's in the last 20 years with Nimasa. And all we want is that we want us to sustain our relationship with respect to dog workers and labor education. So we're here actually to just consolidate this relationship.
All we want is to have the staffs to have a forum that have a say in whatever we do. Go to the market and let us see how we can develop a kind of a concept or a kind of laws or rules that guide their well-being between you and the agencies.
So the Senate Committee on Marine Transport, led by its chairman, Senator Wasiu Sani Eshilokun, met with Dr. Bashir Jamu. And during that meeting, they took a tour of the new headquarters of Nimasa, and they also met with management. That meeting is what you're about to watch. Do stay.
Chairman, Senate Committee on Marine Transport, Senator Wasiu Sani Eshilokun, and members of his team arrived at the new corporate headquarters of Nimasa for a brief inspection exercise. DG Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamu OFR, was on hand to brief them on the project.
I am happy and honored to welcome you to this particular building. It's a 15-story building. It has helipad and it has about ground floor, first, second, third, and fourth floor are all parking space. And the building adjacent to this one include the cost of this particular building. It used to be tantalizers and pharmacy. Yeah. So we intend to demolish that place and create a twin towers like this one. Before the end of this year, we want to commence this the project at the adjacent building. When we go out, you will see the adjacent building. Our intention is this place will remain administrative headquarters of the agency, while our old office, now at number 4 Boma Road, will remain as the operational office.
The team departed Victoria Island for a brief interactive session with management staff of the agency at the current head office located in Apapa. The interaction was an eye-opener for some senators present, as this was their first visit to Nimasa headquarters. Dr. Jamu set the ball rolling with a welcome address.
The mission of the agency is to be number one maritime administration in Africa. If we don't have a very good and sound professional staffs, we will hardly reach to where we want to go.
After listening to the Nimasa DG, the committee chairman threw the floor open for contributions. It was truly an interactive session.
Nimasa has made some tremendous progress from the time I first visited them in 2002, especially in the areas of infrastructure and digital development. And we were taken aback when we were told that there are some areas in Nigerian waters that are no-go areas after OPM.
How are you preparing to flow into the new plan of Tinubu's administration?
For the issue of employment. Employment is key. Of course, we have some discrepancies between the all-right school and the figures given by Nimasa on seafarers.
And then of course that revenue was increased from 25% to 40% in terms of the operating surplus. That is a 60% increase in tax rate. So this is a major challenge, which I believe that in the fullness of time, the community will address it.
The issue of areas being no-go areas in our waters is entirely news to me. But what much I can say is that no report of any no-go area exists to my knowledge.
We have 3 categorization of our sea. One, we have our own territorial waters, which is about 12 nautical miles from the shore. Then we have continental shelf, which is about 24 nautical miles from the shore. We have exclusive economic zones. Exclusive economic zone is 200 nautical miles from the shore. And then we have seas, international seas. But as far as the Nigerian Navy is concerned, as far as Nimasa is concerned, we have no area that we can designate as a dangerous water or no-go area or something like that.
The next stop for the team on inspection was the Nimasa Skills Acquisition Center, located in the port city of Apapa. Dr. Jamo once again took time to explain the motive behind the project.
We are going to have different equipment that will help to guide our youth to be professionals in the maritime. Most of the skill they are going to acquire here, it has to do with the maritime related skills. And so do we introduce each zone, geopolitical zones, we have one skill acquisition center.
The ultra-modern search and rescue base clinic, constructed by the current management of Nimasa, was a beauty to behold for the lawmakers. They moved from floor to floor with admiration of the state-of-art equipment already in use.
We decided to build this two-story building. The aim of this search and rescue center is not only for the Nimasa staff. We are looking to the Federal Medical Center at Ibutimeta to have a PPP arrangement with us, giving us space for professors, doctors that can work alongside with our young doctors so that we can transfer knowledge to them, number one. Number two, we intend to commercialize it. Ships that are coming from different parts of the world and they don't have access to medical facilities.
The senators made their way to Nimasa operational base in Kirikiri on board newly acquired vessels under the current administration.
When we are having staff buses, we don't have staff ferries. It sounds very awkward. So I started with 4. These are the 4, 35-seater ferries. So one will be going to Pestac area, another one will be going to Ikorodu area, another one around Lekki area. That's how we intend. I think before the end of this month, I've already inaugurated a committee to sit down and give me guidelines how we are going to start using those vessels for possible.
The first port of call is the C4I Center, where Nimasa has a bird's eye view of all the activities on all vessels on Nigerian waters.
So the essence of this place is for intelligence gathering, both air, land, and sea. Whatever they generate, they coordinate accordingly and act to activate the action and response of any threat we receive at sea.
In this center, we have a combination of the Nimasa staff, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, DSS, and Nigerian Police. We have AIS. All these things that you are seeing is live, real-time live bases that are maybe doing STS, which is ship to ship, or they are within the Lagos or Port Harcourt anchorage. All these ones are live. So the C4I is AIS based. With any ship that we want to see the properties and whatever, this is where we come, we check and see. We have a radio that we can communicate with them live.
The center here coordinates 9 countries and Nigeria for the search and rescue operation and other distresses related for the safety of life at sea. This is basically what we do. We coordinate maritime incidents. If there is any distress on sea, vessels within our Nigerian EEZ and our Nigerian search and rescue region
they call on us for a rescue.
This is the center that they will detect and flash such accident, and then we will now call for response from the platforms that we have. We have such a rescue vessels that we do send them, and now we have additional platforms that we use for that purposes.
After the entire inspection, Senate Committee Chairman on Marine Transport and the DG Nimasa both addressed the press.
Without of doubt, it's not yet put there, but currently I think Nimasa has improved a lot, and they are poised to deliver good services on maritime security. We are impressed by what we've seen, but we still want improvement, and we still want them to.
So far, the chairman had mentioned to you that a lot of improvements, and they want us to do more. You can destroy things in a day, but you can't build it in a day. As the saying says that you can Rome is not built in one day. So we are doing our best. We are happy that the committee recognized the effort we have put in. Presently, we have about 4 acts that we enforce: the Nimasa Act, the Merchant Shipping Act, the Cabotage Act, the SPOMO Act. Apart from the SPOMO Act, all the acts is over 10 years, 10 to 15 years.
Nimasa has always been in the forefront of securing Nigeria's territorial waters, and in doing so, it is really true to its mandate. As a result of this excellent service to Nigeria and to the maritime industry, Nimasa has been receiving several awards over the years. This time, it was the Bureau for Public Service Reforms that handed over a very special award to the Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamu, the Trailblazers Award. But Nimasa was not left out. As a corporate organization, it received the Public Service Award. Something to be excited about.
The award for the Best Federal Ministry, Department and Agency in Digital Transformation from the Presidency through the Bureau of Public Service Reforms has been conferred on the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. The awards were presented to the agency during the Nigeria GovTech Public Service Awards organized by the Bureau of Public Service Reforms, BPSR.
Let me use this opportunity to thank the leadership and management of the Bureau for Public Service Reform for identifying these very prominent Nigerians who have distinguished themselves perfectly in their respective positions as appointees of the federal government of Nigeria.
Other recipients of the presidential recognition include the University of Benin Teaching Hospital and Edo State Government. Individual awards were received by Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, and the Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamu, OFR, who was honored with the Distinguished Trailblazers Award for Exemplary Leadership.
The recognition of your exemplary leadership in advancing digital governance. Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Nimasa Best Federal MBA in Digital Transformation.
Dr. Jamo, who led Nimasa management team to receive the awards, dedicated both awards to the members of staff of Nimasa and the entire stakeholders in the maritime industry.
If you look at the entire award, it's not for me alone. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, as an organization, won an award. So it's something that you can see the entire staff of the agency work hard towards bringing the agency to the limelight that the Bureau of Public Service Reform can recognize our own impact in the economic development of the country.
The Director General BPSR, Dasuki Arabi, stated that the awardees were chosen based on performance and their achievements. According to him, we assess the agencies based on their adoption of ICT in rendering services to citizens in line with the approved e-government master plan of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Well, I want to congratulate the Nigerian Public Service for this very important day where we have recognized ministries, departments, and agencies of government that have excelled, especially in adoption of the utilization of ICT in rendering service to citizens, in line with the approved e-government master plan of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, the President and Commander-in-Chief has said in his statement that IT is the way, so we don't have any option but to adopt the use of IT in delivering service in our ministries, departments, and agencies.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has maintained that information technology is the way forward. Directors and members of top management staff of Nimasa also aired their views about the national recognition.
We're glad to be here, delighted that the Bureau of Public Service Reform, of all agencies, the biggest of them all, who should be able to tell who is doing well in terms of, changes, transformation, has singled us out by popular opinion to be the best federal government agency in digital transformation.
Their awards well deserved, and like we were told, the awards were given by the Nigerian people. I mean, they carried out a survey in the newspapers and the radios and everything. So we're happy that Nigerian people appreciate Nimasa and appreciate what we're doing. So we hope that this award will ginger us to do better.
Other management staff of Nimasa at the awards presentation include the Director Western Zone, Kabiru Murine, Director Reform Coordination, Strategic Management and Blue Economy, Mrs. Aisha Jidda, and others. Public sector reforms consist of deliberate changes to the structures and processes of public sector organizations with the objective of getting them to run efficiently.
My name is Chief Dr. George Moralo.
Senator Binta Masi Garba.
Jabona Muse is Rollins McFoy, the President of Women in Maritime Nigeria.
You are watching Nimasa This Week.
You are watching Nimasa This Week.
Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of the maritime industry.
The voice of the maritime.
Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime, showing on these stations. Introducing the Nimasa Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and Nimasa will respond.
I'm sure you're wondering what I'm doing on this program. You can take two guesses. One, I'm visiting Nimasa. Two, I'm a guest presenter. Well, you're right and perhaps a little bit wrong on both sides of the divide. I am going to be your anchor on this program going forward. So you will be seeing a lot of me in the next couple of months. Seeing a lot of me is a really, truly deciding factor in ensuring that Nimasa This Week becomes a better, more engaging program for all of us. Nothing prepared me for what I saw on my first production visit when I walked into the Director General's office to this huge surprise. Take a look.
Oh my goodness. Happy birthday. Jesus,
May the good Lord bless you. Amen. good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. As will save all of us.
Now we know that the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency is not all about securing our territorial waters in Nigeria. They are also about collaborating, striking friendships, and building relationships. You saw what I saw, didn't you? It was beautiful. I'd like to thank the Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamu, his corporate affairs team, and the protocol team for doing me that great honor. Until next week, when we bring you another edition of Nimasa This Week, on behalf of the team, I remain Eugenia Abu. Thank you for watching.